Happy Sunday, fun day. I'm Mackenzie Roth. Welcome to All Indiana Bets. This time it's all about the NFL.
My name is Jason Hammer, and if I don't win at least $7,000 today, I'm going to shave off my iconic beard and mustache.
I am Scott Long, and we are going to make you some money while watching the Colts.
All right, it's all coming up right now on All Indiana Bets.
This is All Indiana Bets. Presented by Lunazol Tequila. Feed the wolf.
Oh, yes, Sunday fun day is upon us. NFL, how are you guys doing? We're back.
This is like Christmas morning
Yes.
for degenerates like me.
It certainly
right?
is, yep.
On Christmas morning as a kid, Santa would come down the chimney and he'd deliver toys to all the good little boys and girls. As you get older, Bill Belichick comes down the chimney and he punches your dad in the face.
Is he wearing a sleeveless sweatshirt?
Of course
Hoodie?
he is.
That's what I want to
He's not wearing a suit, I promise you that.
I need a visual. How you guys feeling? So you're excited. Scott, how are you doing?
I am just really, a little anxiety about considering the Colts do not win their opening day games. And people are like, more anxiety because we've never actually seen our starting quarterback play in a game. So there's just like
True.
lots of anxiety, but
Right.
there's lots of lovely beverages behind us to
Yes.
focus in, take the anxiety away. I'm looking forward
yes,
to
we'll
it.
Now
certainly be
remember,
diving in.
Mackenzie, you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. And what better time to do that than opening day of the NFL season? Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, can you give us a little preview of what games we're going to go over today, or the ones you're most excited about? Yeah.
We are going to focus a lot on the Indianapolis Colts,
Yes, okay.
obviously. And there's still time to make your over-under on the
Yes.
season win total.
Yes, yes, yes.
The clock is ticking, time is running out, but go to your favorite sports book app,
Yeah.
and you can still make the over-under bet season win total, Scott. I think it sits at 9.
It sits at 9, and I don't think you have to have any anxiety about this because the Colts are not going to start out well this year. They have the hardest schedule in the NFL, the first 5 games. You might want to wait till week 4 and play the over then. I still think the Colts are going to win 10 games if you do it now, but at week 4, and we're sitting 1-3, I know this is not optimistic, let's do it still. I still think we'll get to 10.
There's good value on betting the Indianapolis Colts as division winners,
Right.
even if they get out to that 1-3,
Right.
1-4 start. So do not jump off the boat here if the Colts kind of get off to a slow start. So we've got some team coverage going on here.
Yes, we certainly do. This is really exciting. Joining us this morning live from Lucas Oil Stadium, it's Charlie Clifford and Olivia Ray.
Charlie Clifford!
With the check down.
Hey guys, thanks very much. All Indiana Bets. It is a privilege to be alongside Olivia Ray. We're ready to really amp up
baby.
the pregame coverage. It's not just countdown to kickoff anymore. Great work last week. We're ready to have the NFL edition start today. And let's begin with the game that everybody in Indianapolis is all locked in on. Colts, Seahawks. Seattle comes in as a favorite, Olivia. Week 1, Carson Wentz is here. Quentin Nelson's here. It doesn't matter. Pete Carroll's team apparently has the advantage in the eyes of everyone betting today. What are your thoughts about that?
Colts dogs at home, really? Are we doubting this 12th man that's going to be back for the first time in 623 days, right? Full capacity here at Lucas Oil Stadium, sold out crowd. Like you said, Quentin Nelson's on the field, Carson Wentz is on the field. However, I did show everyone on Wish TV last night the Seahawks injury report, completely blank. So they're very healthy coming into week 1. The Colts, though, we're getting there. Eric Fisher out, though.
Right.
We'll see how that blind side works. I still don't like the Colts as dogs at home, though.
Pointing towards the injury concerns. Now, this was interesting, as we discussed earlier on the show. Earlier this summer, Carson Wentz, after the trade, the Colts were a 3-point favorite. So this was a 6-point swing. I think that tells you the concerns in the preseason that you alluded to. Something changed in the eyes of the rest of the country that maybe we aren't ready to go just yet here in Indianapolis. We'll certainly find out. Across the AFC, I have an eye on an intriguing matchup in Buffalo, where we ended last season. Very sour ending in the wild card weekend. Buffalo, 6.5-point favorite over the Pittsburgh Steelers, who coincidentally gave the Colts a heartbreaking loss at the end of last regular season. Your thoughts on that interesting matchup, 2 heavyweights?
I mean, I believe that Buffalo was built to be Super Bowl champs this year.
Yeah.
If they want to be, I'm going to take Buffalo in that one as well. I mean, I think Ben Roethlisberger is just a robot at this point. He was robotic last year with all of his gear on him. We'll see what he has. Josh Allen, possible MVP as well this year. That'll be a fun game to watch, though.
See, I'm intrigued. All the hype on Josh Allen. Can he live up? Do it back-to-back years. Everyone's Buffalo, a sexy Super Bowl pick.
I do want to see Najee Harris
Yes,
run, though.
yes.
That will be fun in Pittsburgh.
I think people are sleeping on Pittsburgh. TJ Watt gets the new contract. Can that fire up the defense against Bills Mafia? God knows what's going on in the parking lot at this very moment.
Wild, wild.
This is going to be fun, though, all season long. We get a little interest in the betting side. I know both of you were interested in that behind the scenes. No?
Yeah. Secretly, yes, of course.
All right, partner. Countdown to kickoff. Always a blast with you. Have a great rest of the show. From Lucas Oil Stadium for Olivia Ray and Charlie Clifford, we'll send it back to you.
My homies, Charlie and Olivia. You know, it's so great we're talking games today, but how wonderful is it to have the fans back? I mean, that's what it's really about, right?
And tailgating is back. I was driving into the station today, and I went past Georgia Street, and I know it's officially football season because I saw my first shirtless fat guy. It's not officially a football season until you see tailgating, and it's not a tailgate until you see some 350-pound beef eater wearing the beer dispensing helmet on Georgia Street.
We are the official show of the shirtless fat guy. I don't know if you know that. I know some of you watching right now.
Some of us may be the shirtless fat guy.
that might be you.
That's
If you
okay.
lose the bet, I will just tell you that a lot of the shows, of course, are picking the Colts. Our goal is not to just do kind of stuff like that. We want to not give you the moral victory. We want to give you the immoral victory.
Right.
That is what we're about.
We're about that money, baby.
Yes.
That cash money.
And about that jiggle, I want to know on a scale 1 to 10, how was that guy's jiggle that you saw on Georgia Street?
Well, it was impressive. I mean, there's a good chance he needed oxygen afterwards.
And you did too.
Right.
We make it to the game. When we make it to game time, that's what we want to know.
No. There's no way that he's going to make it in the stadium. But God bless him. That's the kind of stuff that I've missed. There was limited fans last year, but you didn't have that going on. So I'm so happy this is coming back. And from now until 1, we're going to break all the things down you need to know to make as much money as you can so you can be the drunk fat guy drinking the beer of your choice.
Yes, jiggling all the way home. We love it. All right, coming up next on All Indiana Bets is a segment we like to call Celebrity Bets. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back. To All Indiana Bets. We are so glad you're here on this Sunday Fun Day. You know, Dominik Pongo, he's the host of MTV News. He's going to be covering the VMA red carpet and backstage at the show, which is tonight. I got to catch up with him to dish on all those last-minute details, and he told us how he gets in on all the fun betting action now that the NFL is back. We can't wait to watch you for the MTV VMAs on the red carpet, but first we want to know, okay, Pro just kicking off. It is Sunday. Who are your teams, and do you ever bet?
I'm a bitter better.
A bitter better? What do you mean by that?
If I lose, I'm going to be very upset. My team, unfortunately, is the Chicago Bears. You know, we've had some. It's been rough, and so I'm hoping that we're able to turn our team around, man. But the Bears is always going to be my team. I'm a Chicago kid.
Okay. Well, you can check back with us because you are the man. We'll be watching you tonight. All right, you can catch the MTV VMAs right here on Wish TV. Those are happening tonight. You watch MTV?
Well, I used to back in the day.
Yeah.
Do you remember the show Remote Control? Now, I'm probably dating myself here, but Remote Control with young Adam Sandler, young Colin Quinn.
Yes!
As a fat kid who used to watch television all the time, I'd go weeks without missing a question on Remote Control. I'd love to see a spinoff, and I'm calling it out. I'd love to be the host.
You're going to leave us?
I
like
look
that.
at-
After just a few shows, he's like, guys, I'm out of here. It's too big time.
I look at another MTV show as your template. You know how they have the Jersey Shore? Beach Grove Shore, starring Jason Hammer, because there's no beach and there's no grove in Beach Grove.
That's right.
But there's got to be a shore. So that's where we're at.
Him and his jorts with his mullet, with his shirt off, mowing his grass, giving the people what they want.
I give the people what they want. That's what I do.
You know what? We
certainly
should give this people what they want in the Cleveland, Kansas
Oh,
City
yeah,
game.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the big game of the day, right?
Right. Are you buying the hype into the Browns? Vegas isn't, because I think that's a pretty big number. Kansas City, 5.5-point favorite over Cleveland today. Game is in Kansas City.
Well, this is what I'm all about in regards to helping you make money. I think early in the year, I think there's going to be more unders than overs. I think the shorter amount of preseason is going to impact the offenses. So the over, I think, is 54.5 on that game. I would go under on that game. Pittsburgh-Buffalo, I would do the same. I think both those games are under games. I think Pittsburgh is a better defense. Buffalo is a good defense, and neither team can run the ball. So I think you're going to have a lot of 3-and-outs in those games. So play the over-unders. Those two especially are part of my action for today.
And if you're somebody that gets into the analytics and the trends, last year in week 1, the unders were 500, 8-8. So it was even Steven. And if you're somebody that's looking at some of these teams getting points, like the Browns, the underdogs went 8-8 as well last year in opening week of the NFL season. Fans are back this year. That's a little different, but don't be afraid to be Pac-Man and gobble up some of those points.
All right. Very, very cool. All right, so what's coming up next, you guys? Are we going to do a little long shot action?
You got a long shot for us?
Do you have a long
shot? Do you have a long shot?
Scott Long. You see what we did there? All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
There it was again. I love that graphic. It just makes me think of when I was like 6th grade and I'm running parlay cards at the elementary school, and I was getting in trouble, and my principal would say, "Hey, this gambling is going to get you nowhere, and neither is that comedy." That's what I've done my whole life. This is so exciting, and I am thrilled to be part of this show. NFL Monday Night Football is the game I want to look at here. The first game with fans in Las Vegas. Can you imagine how off the hook that place is going to be? And then the Raiders are getting 4.5 points to a Ravens team who is obviously better, has a better quarterback, has, yes, maybe even a better coach. But they're losing players left and right. They're just like a human injury report. I love the Raiders plus 4.5. I wouldn't even fear maybe putting a little money on the money line, but my pick, the long shot of the week, is the Raiders plus 4.5.
Oh, interesting. How do you feel about that, Hammer?
I think I would love to be in Las Vegas for this game.
This guy, is that your favorite destination, like top vacay spot?
It's up there.
Yeah, you're
for
always
sure.
in Vegas. When he's not here and he's escaping, usually you find
I know
this
some
one.
people.
You find this
Now,
one.
Mackenzie,
I know some people.
when I'm there and I'm like performing in Las Vegas, I'm a stand-up comedian if you don't know that. Also,
Little flex there. He's
yeah,
like,
there we go,
I'm a
scottcomedy.com. Like when I'm there and people are like, "Oh, that's impressive, Las Vegas." I'm like, I meet after the show, just people from Indiana on vacation. It's really no different than if I'm doing a show here. But love being there, would love to be at the game, yes. But put your money on the Raiders.
Now, knowing what we know about the price of concessions inside some of these stadiums around the league, Las Vegas has this brand new stadium. It looks like the Death Star from Star Wars. Can you imagine how much it is for a beer inside Allegiant Stadium?
we should take a bet.
Over under, here's a prop bet for you.
It's a prop
Over
bet.
under $17 just to get a cheap beer inside that stadium.
I would probably bring in my own fake slot machine and pretend like I'm playing. That way I can get a free drinks.
Oh, there you go.
That would be my method. Just
like
think
Scott
about
Long does.
that.
He
Wear a
works
backpack. I'm sure it's legal.
Around the system. I like where your head's at with that. I like that.
We got some other games I do want to focus on a little bit. I'm intrigued, and I may be the only one. Denver at the Giants here. Denver at the New York Giants. The spread has been pretty consistent here. Giants are a home underdog. They're getting 3 points. Las Vegas clearly feels like Teddy Bridgewater is worth at least a field goal. I'm not sold 100% on this, Scott.
I don't like that game, but I really like Denver going up on the win total this year. I think they're a really improved team. Not sure it'll show in week 1, though, on the road.
Miami at New England. We've got a rookie quarterback with Bill Belichick. We've got a young quarterback in Miami.
How do you feel about
Mac
that?
Jones, the Mac Attack.
Mac Attack.
Belichick's
Also one of my
guy.
nicknames.
Yeah, he would have been picked way earlier, but there is a photo of him with his shirt off where he looks like the guy Hammer was talking about at the tailgate. And he's really good with clothes on. But when he is in the combine, briefs, it is not happening. It's not looking good down at the convention center, and that hurt him.
You think? Interesting.
When you look at Cam Newton, he's cut.
Yes,
like
beautiful.
Of course.
It looks like somebody hit him with a lightning bolt and they
Chef's
sculpted
kiss.
the perfect athletic body.
Yes.
And then Mac Jones comes out here smoking a stogie. He's got a beer gut hanging over his football pants, but the dude can chuck the football.
Yeah.
And he's willing to be a system guy, and that's what Bill Belichick is looking for.
Yeah.
So this is going to be an interesting game for me. It's a little awkward that hook is now into play.
Yeah.
Miami was a 3-point underdog, but now it's 3.5. When that hook comes into play and you're looking to pick an underdog, now we got a ball game here. I think I'm leaning Miami with this hook on this one against a rookie quarterback. We'll see what Tua has to offer here.
Very interesting. All right, thank you guys for that. Good long shot. Nice job. I like that a lot. Hey, coming up, it's the Larceny Lock. Now, these guys are going to talk about the games they feel the very best about. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Gonna win big bucks.
Oh, yeah. Win some money.
On the Rocks is brought to you by Larceny Bourbon. It's so smooth, it's criminal.
Feel the excitement in the air. NFL is back, baby. Now, the Larceny Lock. It is time. All right, so tell us about this.
So this is the game that Scott and I have studied up and feel the best about.
All right.
Now, keep in mind, we do not coordinate our picks. We do not talk through the week. Truth be told, I don't even really like Scott.
You guys, they aren't really friends, like, other than when we have to sit here for an hour.
Right.
You've heard about those shows. This is one of those shows.
They don't speak during commercial breaks.
Right. There's some Major League Diva stuff going on by one member of the staff here. But
Peacemaker.
the game that I am most locked into is Arizona at Tennessee. This line has stayed at 3, and I'm confused by that because on paper, it feels like the Tennessee Titans are far superior than what the Cardinals are going to try to do. I get Kyler Murray, he can move around the pocket. I get you've got good wide receivers. But the Titans at home, this is a game that was built for them. This is a game that they can control the clock with Derrick Henry. And they made big moves in the offseason, bringing in Julio Jones, partnering up on the outside. They've got good receivers. They're getting some guys back on the offensive line. I'm wondering what Vegas knows that we don't know. But because I don't know that, I like the Titans, and I'm going to lay the 3.
All right.
Okay, now I have a problem, Mackenzie, right off the bat. I'm going to tell you. I don't know if they put that in the prompter. That was my copy that I wrote about the game. I am picking the Titans. That is everything that I have nothing.
You're both going Titans.
This makes me kind of sick, but
I don't like to agree on things.
This was not planned at all.
Now, here's the one good thing for you, Jason. I feel like now you have a real chance to win your lock.
Yes.
Because I do too. We will probably never agree the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And do you like the Titans? I don't like the Titans at all as a team.
Why don't you like them? Just in
They're the
general?
Colts' biggest rival.
Yeah.
I don't like anything about them. They're like the Patriots in Nashville.
I'm not big on Ryan Tannehill the way a lot of people are.
No, but you cannot deny the 3 points in that game. The Cardinals are no good. What's going on? And they're going to go to Nashville. They're going to go to Nashville, and you're like, there's no weather because it's hot in both places.
Yeah.
It's humid as can be. There's no humidity in Arizona. They're going to walk off the bus and be like, oh my Lord, this is the worst thing. No Arizona team has ever gone into a place and went, it's too hot, until they went to Nashville with the humidity.
That's true.
Go with the Titans.
So, Mackenzie, we each have the Titans here.
Wow.
What do you think?
What do I think? I'm shocked.
Yeah,
and
I
you
know.
didn't converse before this.
I did not.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't want to go. I don't want to go Titans if you guys are going Titans, but now I feel like I should.
The public should probably go Arizona at
probably
this
go
point.
against. Go against what these. That's the smart thing to do. I'll go Arizona, and I think everyone else should too against these two.
Disremember the Titans. That may be
Disremember. Some book learning right there.
That
Is
is.
disremember even a word?
We're going to look that up.
That's the question. All right, very, very cool. All
Speaking of some other games where
Yeah.
you might have a little bit of a heat factor factor in.
Right.
You've got Green Bay against New Orleans. This game was supposed to be down in New Orleans, but
Right.
the hurricane damage
Of course.
has moved that to Jacksonville.
Right.
So now you've got Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers, kind of a crazy offseason. They are going down to play the Saints, led by famous Jameis down in Jacksonville.
I weirdly say this. I think the Saints are going to be better this year than they were with Drew Brees. I don't think Drew Brees had that season where, I'm like, my arm is dead. I'm doing everything. I'm making the right call, but I can't make the play. I think the coach and the Saints coach will figure things out for Jameis.
You mean Lee Harvey Oswald? Because Sean Payton looks just like Lee Harvey Oswald. And if you
Wow.
put a side-by-side
I know,
up
I was
there,
gonna say
it has
we
to
need
happen.
a
Those two
side-by-side.
may be the same person.
Okay, Coach Lee
Interesting.
Harvey Payton.
People
will be
Googling
in-
right now if they want to see that visual. I like it.
Right.
Yeah, so I wouldn't play that game, but I do think the Saints are a good play for the over on the seasons. And of course, remember the unders are my thing today, so keep that in mind as well.
So you've talked a lot about the unders. I want to get into some of these prop bets.
Oh,
do we have
yes.
time to make up a drink and do some prop bets
We
around
certainly
here?
do. We're
Can a
coming up.
brother get
All
some
right.
prop bets?
I want to name this feature, this new segment. How about like prop lock and drop?
We can do that.
Okay,
love that.
I like
I
that.
like it. Let's go.
All right.
Let's
We'll
go.
play it and we'll see what happens when we come back. Ooh. Oh, yes. I love it. Cheers. Cheers, fellas. I mean, we made it halfway through the show, and finally you're making a cocktail. Hey,
It's
welcome
opening
back.
day.
It's opening day.
Pour a drink. Get the
NFL,
wings out.
all Indiana bets. Anything can happen, so we really appreciate you
This
being
is
here.
so good.
Oh, my goodness.
It's so good when it hits your lips.
Ooh.
I feel like Frank the Tank here. We're a few minutes away from me
Yum.
going streaking down the hallway here at Wish.
It's like a baby angel in my mouth.
It really is. That needs to go up on like the quote board here at Wish TV.
I think
this
Devin-
amazing drink of larceny and ginger ale, it's like having a baby angel
in your mouth. Hey, cheers to that. Now, I'm really excited about this. Okay, prop, lock, or drop it. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so tell us, we're going to make some prop bets.
Right.
Let me just, can I show? Are you
please
embarrassed?
show
Can
this.
I show this?
No, please. No, you have
Please.
to show it.
Please.
show it.
Okay, so we have a little huddle before the show. I know you couldn't tell. We actually
Little
tried to play
pre-show
it stuff.
meeting, even though
I know, it's shocking, right?
I gotta go off script.
This is what Jason here is saying. Crinkled
TV
pencil.
professional.
What is this?
Those are notes. Those are some prop bets that I'm interested in. And
Okay.
Mackenzie, I'll give you one guess where I wrote that this morning.
I don't want to know.
Smell it.
No!
Take a whiff. Take a whiff, Mackenzie.
No.
I dare you. I double dog dare you.
Oh yeah, our interns are bringing hand sanitizer. Okay, thank you. Okay, ready? Are you ready? This is
I
gonna be
do my
fun,
best
though.
thinking there.
This is going to be fun. So we have to know if you're going to take, if you're going to take this.
Right, if I'm gonna
You're
lock this
it,
prop bet
or you're
in.
going to drop it.
Give it the Heisman Trophy stiff arm.
All
Let's
right,
go.
let's just dive into this. Now I'm scared. This does smell weird. All right, let's go. Okay, let's dive into this first, and this will be good. All right, over 7.5 yards rushing by Colts running back Jonathan Taylor. $25 bet to win 47.
What's the total again?
36. Just read it. Come on, man.
72
Sure.
and a half?
Come on. 72 and a
I
half.
am going to lock that in.
You'll lock
because
it? Okay.
I think the Colts are going to try to run the football today. They're going to try to use the run to set up the pass. Carson Wentz has not been in a game situation with the Colts yet because he missed the preseason with
Right.
the injury and everything else.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to make Jonathan Taylor that bell cow back. They got good depth, but I think they're going to try to get around 20-plus carries for Jonathan Taylor today.
Okay.
He gets 20 carries, we go to the bank.
All right,
Over.
so
I'm
lock
locking it in.
You're locking it in. Lock it up. Lock it up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Over 0.5 interceptions by Giants QB Daniel Jones. Now $25 bet to win 44.
So the bet here basically is, will Daniel Jones throw an interception for the Giants?
Yeah.
Did the sun come up today?
Yeah.
Is water wet? Is the sun hot? Yes. Daniel Jones will throw an interception today. I
Cheers
will
to
lock
I like
that in.
You're
Let's
locking
go.
it in. All right, Scott, you feel strongly about that?
No, I just trying to figure out that piece of paper he gave you. It felt like a math problem. So He was
Okay.
like, show your work.
Okay, what about this one? Over 3.5. Made field goals. And then the Bears at the Rams game tonight. This is an important one to you. Would you do 25 to win 59?
The money sounds like it's there, 25 to win 59. You need 4 made field goals tonight in the evening game, which is the Bears and the Rams. I am going to drop this one because it's a trap. because I don't feel like the Rams are going to have to settle for many field goals tonight.
Okay.
They're going to be in scoring position with that Rams defense and Andy Dalton most likely getting the looks for the Bears. I have questions about how many times they're going to be able to get in to scoring position. Bears kickers are always a mess. I think that one smells like a trap. I will drop that one.
Okay.
Mackenzie, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Who are you picking today?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going the 49ers over the Lions today.
Is that the McKay pick?
That's the Mick pick.
The Mick pick?
For 2 reasons, fellas. Jimmy G, the most handsome,
come on.
most handsome QB in the
Really?
league. Sorry, Tom Brady. He's 6 feet and 2 inches of pure handsome, and I love everything that he does. So I'm saying, make Mama proud.
There's a reason why the 49ers drafted and traded 3 first-round picks to replace him in probably week 4.
I would have cried.
I love the Lions
No.
in this game getting 9.
That's a big number.
Yeah, and Jason, you told me you had an opinion on this. What was that?
Well, listen, if you're so into Jimmy G because he looks good,
I mean, he's so dreamy from head to toe. It's wild, one of his doppelgangers I get to work with every day.
I'll say you can just look right here. Because when I'm cutting my grass shirtless in Beach Grove, everybody wonders, oh my God, is that Jimmy Garoppolo? And if you really want a guy looking good in a football uniform, look at that guy right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mackenzie, if you stare too long into that picture, you may get pregnant.
Mackenzie, that is a doppelganger. That's what I call that right there.
Anybody catch that number right there? Look at that guy.
Goodness. Oh.
Nobody's getting
Please.
pregnant on this show, we hope. We'll be right back, though, with the wise guy. He doesn't want to get pregnant either, Ryan Kramer.
But I want to go back to another game that we did earlier.
let's go back.
This is the Titans in Arizona.
All right.
The more we sit here and the more I overthink things, because this is what I do, I'm starting to wonder about this pick. Because the line has been 3 from the minute on. This line did not change. A lot of lines have changed. The Colts point spread has completely done a flip-flop.
Right.
The game between the Washington
Lions went
football
up
team.
1.5 points. That's incredible. I think because so many bettors like Mackenzie who love Jimmy
Jimmy G.
Garoppolo.
He got that 1.5 push from McKenzie.
Oh, man.
And the game between the Chargers and the football team, that's completely gone to 182.
Right.
San Diego, I knew I would do it. Los Angeles was an early favorite, and now Washington is up to 2 points in some spots. So I'm wondering why the line has not changed with Tennessee and Arizona. When it seems like something is too good to be true, often it is.
It is.
Wise words.
And then you throw in that we both picked it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Which does
You
not
need to
seem-
fade this show. Fade this show and completely put the kids, college fund on
I mean, there
Arizona
are people
today.
that just do the exact opposite of what you tell them to do. There are those folks out there. We appreciate you, too, for watching. we do.
That
There's
should be
a-
our new bumper for our show.
Right. Do the opposite. There is something to, a lot of people have a strategy. It's called fading the public when it comes to sports betting, where you can find these websites that show what percentage of people have bet on the game
Okay.
and then go the other direction.
Yeah.
Because the public, no offense meant here, they don't know their rear end from a bowling ball. And these beautiful hotels in Las Vegas,
Yes.
they didn't build themselves based off of people beating the house.
Yeah,
right?
They're not bringing in expensive acts like Scott Long.
Right.
To perform.
What's your
ScottComedy.com.
favorite place to perform?
I would say I used to really love performing at the Riviera because it was a
nice.
really good stand-up club.
Okay,
But then
okay.
they blew it up, but I fortunately was not in the building at the time.
After a few Scott comedy shows, they decided to blow the whole building up.
Oh, man. Well, hopefully we will not be blown up, but we will be right back, so don't go anywhere. Cheers.
On the Rocks is brought to you by Larceny Bourbon. It's so smooth, it's criminal.
Hello, friends. Brent Holverson here again, coming to you from Goodfellas Pizza, Wise Guys Lounge, the best hidden secret in Indianapolis, and coming to you with a treat today. We've got Brennan over here going to make the wooden nickel for us, and Mr. Bernie Lubbers, our global whiskey ambassador here from Heaven Hill. Bernie, welcome to Indianapolis, my friend.
Always good to be back. Always good to be on Mass Ave here at the great cocktail bar and bourbon bar here at Wise Guys Lounge. And Brendan's going to make a drink with the Wood Nickel with Larceny Bourbon, one of my absolute favorites from Heaven Hill Distillery.
And this is a fun one as well, so we're actually going to use real fruit in it too. We got blueberries in there that we're going to muddle. We're going to have the Larceny, a little bit of lemon juice and some blue agave maple with some saline, allspice, and Havana and Hyde bitters, which basically gives it like a nice velvety texture to it.
Cool. And you know, Larceny Bourbon, we launched this brand back in 2012, and it is a bourbon that is based off of Old Fitzgerald, the heralded old bourbon that came to our distillery in 1999, and this is the small batch version of Old Fitzgerald. John E. Fitzgerald, as the story goes, he was a treasury agent who had held the keys of the distillery along with the master distiller, because they couldn't get into the distillery by themselves, because you know they gotta check that's how the government made its money. And that's why the Larceny bottle is shaped like a lock and has a keyhole on the front of it, has keys around it, has John E. Fitzgerald's name on it, because he used to go into the rick houses and he would be known to kind of steal a little bit of whiskey out of the better tasting barrels that he liked. And so when a barrel shipped out of the distillery and it was lighter, the workers called it a Fitzgerald barrel. So he committed larceny, and so we steal some of the best old Fitzgerald barrels and we come up with Larceny. Because it has that juice in there, you shake it, right? Instead of stirring, it would just be all spirit.
Anything with lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit juice, those types of things should always be shaken. And if it's mainly a alcohol cocktail with like vermouth or just bourbon or whatever it may be, mainly spirits should be stirred.
Oh, look how that's affecting that smoke in that glass. This is another visually stunning drink that I'm sure that once people see you making this, 4 more come.
Maybe like 6 to 8.
Yeah, that.
And that's the Wood Nickel.
There's definitely no smoke and mirrors here, just a little smoke. Oh, wow. Come check one of these out here at Wise Guys, and be sure to join us again soon for another edition of On the Rocks. Cheers.
Hey, cheers to that. I like the muddling, because you guys know I love a muddling and a cocktail, and I like the smoke. But you know what I also like? Your picks, when you lay them down.
These are smoke, right?
Yes, they're
These
smoke.
picks are
Get
smoke.
ready.
We're going to win so much money, we're going to be above the law. That's
right.
what I'm talking about here. We're going to win so much money with these picks, we can bribe officers. That's the goal. So I already gave you the pick on the Tennessee Titans. Even though I'm starting to get a little bit spooked by my own pick here, I like the Titans laying 3 points in that game. I also like the Houston Texans at home as an underdog. Now, the Texans stink. No bones about it, they stink. But I just can't fathom a rookie quarterback, a new head coach, a new system, going on the road, winning that game in the division. This might be one of the few wins of the year that the Texans have, but I do like Houston with the points here. That hook, that 3.5, that's a big deal. That means you have to at least get a touchdown to beat you. I like the Texans with that. And I am going to go with the G-men here, the Giants at home. This is a big year for Daniel Jones. This is kind of the make or break year for Daniel Jones. I'm looking for him to play better. Saquon Barkley is back. They picked up some help on the offensive line this week. They got some guys back from injury. They wouldn't know if they would go or not. It's all systems go. I'm not in on Teddy Bridgewater. I will take the Giants with the points +3.
That was a lot of good reasoning. I'm just so comfortable right now. You see my legs just crossed like this. I got my glasses on.
He looks like a 6 cocktail, also helping in the relaxed state.
I told you about the 2 unders. Go with them. Go with the Lions +9 in the anti-Vic or whatever we're calling it with you, Mackenzie.
The McPick.
McPick.
Yeah. The bigger issue is just read the screen. Those are winners. I'm a winner. I feel like I'm President Trump now. Just going out, I'm a winner. These are winners. We won't show them next week if they're not winners.
And these are individual bets. I'm not a parlay guy. These are individual bets. You make these as individual bets. Find a Ponderosa, find a Sizzler that's still open, and go there with your winnings.
That's still open. Good luck with that. Hey, stick around, because coming up, Scott Long, he's going to hit the streets.
Oh.
Be careful. I'll be right back.
All Indiana Bets is presented by Lunazul Tequila. Feed the wolf.
So, guys, the streets were on fire about the NFL, so I wanted to go out and interview some people. Found none of the people excited about it. Here's the video. How many wins do you think the Colts are going to play? 17 games this year. What's your pick?
My prediction for them to go 8-9.
Well, I'm originally from Seattle, Washington. I'm really hoping that the Seattle Seahawks win. I'd say Seahawks 21.
Okay, but cut this right now. I don't like it. I don't like it. Prediction on the Colts game this week. Victory or loss?
I say victory. Go Colts.
What's your name?
Jackie.
Jackie?
Tyler?
Tyler, and you guys told me you're from Orlando. You're not football fans. Perfect for this show.
We have a wedding on Saturday.
Oh, a wedding on Saturday? Over or under? How many years do you say this wedding is going to last? Okay, go ahead, Jackie.
50.
50, that's nice. What's your name, man?
Jeffrey Achenbach.
What would be my logical choice this week on my best NFL game? Who should I go with?
The Colts.
The Colts. All right, it's been spoken.
Oh, nice.
Wasn't that
Nice. I
nice?
like that you brought the kids into the mix.
I like you're getting the kids into gambling.
Yeah. Just like a
Direct
young
all your
Scott.
hate emails to Scott Long. Thank you.
And if you guys are having a
Cute.
good time with us, if you're looking for a drinking buddy every weekend, we
Yes.
do this Saturday and Sunday. Saturday before the college football games kick off, and every Sunday we're right here before the NFL games
And
kick
that
off.
drink is vital. If you can show, that's the only fruit all week that Hammer
And don't
actually
forget our
gets.
bet. So I'm taking the 49ers.
I got
if
a
they
lime
beat
in
your
it.
Lions,
Oh,
we
yeah.
do each other's makeup for the next show.
Oh, did you hear that?
Oh, a makeup bet.
We are going to have a makeup bet. You got to watch that next week.
Enjoy the games. Cheers.
Cheers
Hey, cheers to that.
to the winners.
Winner.